Alright guys, we're going to get back on our next component for our back purge fixture here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the two clamp bars that go on top of the fixture right here. So here's our drawing, and it's two pieces of flat bar, 12 inches long, 3 inches wide. They have two slots milled in it, and then we have that 30-degree angle that we're going to cut across one side of it there. So we'll use our DoAll mill to mill in the side links there, our two slots, and then we're going to go to the shaper and use our shaper to cut the angle across the top there. So real simple, easy parts there to make. This is our piece of material. So the first thing we'll do is go to the bandsaw, cut us two pieces, and then we'll go to the mill. Pieces are going to be 12-inch finished length, so I'll cut them. We'll cut them like 12 and 1/16. That should give us plenty of metal to mill the ends clean. We are running our new bandsaw blade from the MK Morse company, and it's doing a good job. Alright, let's get the mill set up. So we're going to use some parallels here, and because of the length of the workpiece here, it's 12 inches long. Instead of centering it in the vise and then working out here on the ends, I'd rather it be close up to the vise to do our working right here. You know, do our milling and then our slotting on each end there as well, because you're going to get a little bit of deflection out here. If you mill it out here on the ends, it'll probably work, but I like it up close to the mill vise. So what I'm doing, I'm using this Edge Technology multi-axis mill stop right here. I've got it set about where I wanted, and we'll push it up against the stop like so, and then we'll be able to work off this end for every end. All we got to do is mill it, flip it around, mill that in. Same thing with the slots. When we get one side milled, we can flip it over and do that. We're not having to move the table back and forth. So that'll be the advantage of using a mill stop. Now, we're also going to use my parallel separators. So you got these parallels in there. All right. And I've had a lot of people ask me about this. I've shown this a lot in my other videos when I was working at Motion there. So this is made by Edge Technologies, and it's a parallel separator. So what you do is compress it and then drop it in. All right, center it up there and just make sure your parallels are pushed down. And what that does is that these keep your parallels pushed back against your vise jaws, so that whenever you take your workpiece out, your parallels are not falling, you're not getting chips and stuff back in behind there. So that's what that is there. So that'll keep them nice and clean, and we don't have to worry about our parallels all the times that we move this. So we'll set our workpiece in there, easily slide it back till it touches the stop, and then tighten it up. Now we can just work off this right end for all of our operations. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just check what the overall rough length is using my Starrett vernier calipers. So we're looking at 50, 60, 70, 80. So it looks like about 12 inches, 80 thousandths is our rough length. So I know what we can take off there. So we'll touch this in and just take about half of that. So we'll take about a 40 thousandths cut. I'm going to be running a 1/2 inch carbide end mill here. All right, looks pretty good. And I got the step pulley set at 1100 RPM. Zeroing out the DRO, we're going to step it over 40. Looks good. All right, so what we'll do now, I'm going to take this one out and move our table back over because we're going to keep our position right where we're at. I'll grab the other workpiece, drop it in, we'll do it again. Slide it down against our stop, tighten the vise. Just like that. All right, so now what we can do is just go ahead and flip it around. We'll bring the tool back. I figured it would skim it a little bit right there. So we'll go ahead and get a measurement with our verniers now and see what it's at. All right, that feels pretty good. So let's see, what does that say? It's going to be under 50, so we're at 40. It looks like 45 thousandths that we've got to take off there. That last cut I only took 40 on the dial there, so I should have about 5 thousandths to go. Alright, let me get a better look at that up close. It looks like it's showing 4 thousandths. Alright, it's lined up on the 4 line right there, so we'll do a climb cut on that to make it our even 12-inch length. All right, one more check here to verify it. Just make sure that the tips of your calipers there are even whenever you're using these. I use my left hand to kind of hold that fixed jaw in position, and then use my right hand to rock the caliper to get the feel that I want. Make sure that it's nice and squared up. And it looks like we're on it. 12 inches exactly. All right, so just going to repeat that with the other one there, get it milled, and then we'll move on to our slot. All right, we're going to go ahead and use our 1/2-inch edge finder to find the edge and center up where our slot location will be. So the slot's going to be 1 inch from the edge, and it's going to be centered in here 1 inch long. All right, so we got it. We moved it over 1.25 inches. We added 1/4 inch because of the width of our edge finder there. But what we're going to do is go ahead and move it back over so that we can get that side there since I'm down in the vise. Going to use a 7/16 drill bit, and we're going to drill us a hole on all four ends, both pieces, so 4 holes there, and then we'll put our end mill in there and do our milling. So that was just a guideline to make sure that I was, in the right spot there. One inch, we're good to go. Let's see if this little mill can handle a 1/2 inch end mill and a 1/2 inch depth of cut. Here we go with our depth. I don't like it. It's screaming too much. We'll try this Niagara 2-flute high-speed steel end mill, and if it's wanting to chatter on me on a full 1/2 inch depth, then we'll just do it in 2 cuts. We'll do 1/4 inch per cut here. Yeah, just too much, man. I can't handle it. So what we'll do, I'm going to come over here and just touch off. I'm going to zero out my readout here on the quill. And we'll just take 1/2 of it. Go down 1/4 inch. Right there. Much better. Alright, go back to our zero. Alright, we'll finish it out now. I'm going to take a 5/1000 cleanup cut on that one side. Clean up that step there. This is just a slot for a bolt. So a little bit of clearance isn't going to hurt anything. Alright, that's the first one finished out. I'm going to go check it, make sure that it fits the fixture. I'm going to use my Noga tool to deburr the slots. This guy right there. Let's see if this thing fits up. There's our clamp plates. I think that's going to work. There we go. Good fit. And then you can pull these things back. You know, you got them where you can just kind of position them where you want there. So, all right. Next up is the shaper. We will set the tool head at the 30-degree angle, and we'll use our automatic downfeed mechanism on there and cut our 30-degree bevel on there.